In the early 70s, soul music was everywhere. Love songs filled the airwaves, and harmony groups ruled the charts. From Memphis, Tennessee came a trio whose sound was so smooth, so powerful that it could stop you in your tracks. Their voices blend like sweet, emotional, unforgettable silk. This was a group that should have stood beside the Stylistics, the Delphonics, and the Shy Lights, but instead, they slipped through the cracks of history. This is a story of a group that sang their hearts out for love, but never got the spotlight they deserved. From Memphis soul stages to the heights of hit records and the struggles that came after. The centerpiece of today's video is all about the Temprees. Now, if you guys love my videos and love supporting me, then I suggest you become a member of the channel where I will be releasing exclusive videos just for you all. Be sure to get that family tier so you won't miss out on these exclusive perks. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. The group began their story in Memphis, a city known for its grit, groove, and gospel. The group formed at a local junior high school, bringing together 4 friends: Jasper Phillips, Harold Scott, Larry Doxson, and Delwan Calvin. And if I mispronounced that, I sincerely apologize. Like many soul groups of the time, they found their singing in church and talent shows, inspired by the harmonies of their impressions and the Temptations. Their chemistry was undeniable. 3 voices blended into one unmistakable sound. They all went to South Memphis Carver Junior High School. However, before the group found its footing, Dawson departed the group to join the Barkays, who had recently reconstructed their group and was looking to add a vocalist. The remaining members of the Temprees, who were well known among Memphis youngsters for their performances at local dance and talent competitions, got the attention and they signed with Reproduce Records at the suggestion of David Porter. Memphis was home to legends like Isaac Hayes, the Barkays, Booker T and the MGs, and now the Temprees. The group stood out in an era that was dominated by silky smooth soul. Where other groups leaned into the polished Philadelphia sound, the Temprees kept in touch of that southern grit, heartfelt, romantic, and real. Their voices, Jabo's high tenure, Scotty's mid-range smoothness, and Dale's deep foundations created harmonies that felt like velvet. Their performances became legendary for their choreography and crisp vocal procession. But behind the stage lights, the business of soul was changing, and it wasn't in their favor. Their first single showed promise, but it was their third, titled Dedicated to the One I Love, that made history. This song was released in 1972, and the song soared up the R&B charts, becoming their signature hit. With lush orchestration and flawless falsettos, Dedicated to the One I Love was pure Memphis magic. The group bring out the song's most emotional characteristics, invoking the genuine innocence of young charmed lovers. The song helped boost the group's momentum towards their first album, that was titled Love Man, that was released in 1972. Following the album release, Dale departed the group to join the military, leaving William Johnson to fill in for live performances and recording sessions. With the release of their second album, Love Maze, in 1973, the group had one notable song, the title song, that made a modest impact on the R&B charts. The group had little support in the company's closing days after attempting to push out a third record that was simply titled 3. Just as the group began to take off, the label began to suffer from financial difficulty. By 1975, Stax Records, the label, had given the world to Otis Redding and Isaac Hayes, but that was collapsing under financial strain. For the Temprees, that collapse meant a loss of promotion, unpaid royalties, and fading away from radio play. They tried to adapt. They signed briefly with Epic Records in 1976, but the rise of disco and funk pushed the romantic soul out the spotlight. Their smooth harmonies once was the sound of love, now struggling to compete in a changing music scene. The group quietly stepped out of the mainstream, and their golden moment was buried beneath shifting tides. Although their charted days was behind them, the group they never stopped singing. In the 90s and 2000s, they reunited for performances across the South, still capitalizing off an audience with harmony as pure as ever. Tragically, Phillips passed away in 2001. He had suffered from years of kidney problems. He was replaced by Dale's brother, Jerry J.C. Calvin. But Scotty and Dale continued to tour in his honor. Through decades of change, they remained devoted to what made them special, real soul sung with heart. Today, the group may not be household names, but their music still endures. Their songs still continue to inspire collectors, soul fans, and anyone who still believes in the power of harmony. In the end, this group wasn't just another soul group. There was a bridge between gospel roots and romantic dreams. Three voices for Memphis that sang about love, loss, and life, and left behind a sound that will never fade. The Temprees gone from the charts, but they are never forgotten from the soul. Now before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song from the Temprees?